So, ladies and gentlemen, well, we are almost 1 month out from Volume 5, meaning two things. One, our producer needs to lay off the Mass Effect, and two, I need to get this episode rolling ASAP. So, let's go. As we continue our profiles of Salem's mysterious henchmen, we're going to explore the Mario Brothers' long-lost father, Dr. Arthur Watts. For me personally, Watts was the most interesting new baddie introduced in Volume 4. He's crafty, cunning, and ruthless, just like yours truly, and I could easily see him becoming a major antagonist and a very dangerous threat to teams RWBY and Ranger. Here are 3 fan theories about Watts, ranked from least likely to most likely. The first theory is that Watts and Jock Snee are brothers. Not only because they both have mustaches, but also due to similar facial structures, body structures, accents, and personalities. It's also been pointed out that Whitley both carries himself and dresses a lot like Watt, implying he could have taken some swag tips from his uncle. There are a few problems concerning this theory, particularly the fact that Jock's maiden name, if you will, is Gillet, not Watts, and because a lot of the evidence could be chalked up to mere coincidence. However, I will be returning to this theory in the video, as it will help support a point that I'm going to make later on. The next theory claims that Watts' inspiration comes from Serbian scientist Nikola Tesla. Now, aside from superficial similarities, there's the obvious connection between Watts' surname and electricity, which Nikola Tesla was known for, and the fact that they are both doctors. While researching this, I found a very interesting hypothesis on RWBY Amino by username Jean Arc, suggesting that Watts was the one who discovered electricity in the world of Remnant, and either had credit stolen from him, or was outshined in advances in dust technology, thus explaining Watts' allegiance to Salem as bitterness towards humanity, and once again linking him to Tesla. I'd also like to mention that the theory supports Jacques as the Edison to Watts' Tesla. Now, this is actually not what I was referring to when I said we would return to the brothers theory. However, it does also support this theory to a certain degree. But this theory could also work with Jacques and Watts merely being business partners or rival. I've also seen some fans claim that Watts alludes to other figures such as Dr. Watson from Sherlock Holmes, but I feel this inspiration theory holds the most water. Finally, the most likely theory, in my opinion, concerns Watts being the inventor of the Black Queen virus that Cinder used to hack the Vital Festival. Now, the main selling point for this theory is the very prominent W in the corner of the screen on Cinder's scroll, which I've also seen be linked to various other characters such as Winter and Whitley. Some have even proposed that Cinder's clever little friend line refers to Whitley's youth. However, I myself find it very unlikely that a 15-year-old boy who's shown no interest in science could have masterminded an intricate virus like that, all by his lonesome. The clever little friend line was probably referring to the virus itself. As for Winter, we've seen nothing suggesting malevolent intentions from her thus far, thus leaving Watts as the most likely W candidate. Unless... no way. One question that I feel is very important when we're talking about who programmed the Black Queen virus is who would know Atlas programming so well. With androids, mechs, and an entire communication system, Atlas technology seems to be top of the world. Well, this is where the brothers theory comes back in. If Watts and Jacques are brothers, and Watts spent a great deal of time around his in-laws and their company, he could have developed an understanding of Atlas technology. In this way, while the Black Queen theory doesn't entirely depend on the brothers theory, the latter does work to complement the former. Of course, it could also be possible that Watts was a scientist in the Atlas military, but like I said, the theory is complemented by the familial connection but not dependent on it. Ergo, I believe the Black Queen theory to be the most plausible Watts theory presented by the community so far. Those are my thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have your own theory? Please let me know. We hope to get at least a couple of more episodes of this out before the premiere, but don't you worry. RWBY Volume 5 does not mean the end of RWBY on this channel. We also plan to do in-depth analysis of each and every episode after their release, and after the finale, the cycle will repeat all over again, and we'll be on the road to Volume 6. If you want to see this coming content, please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and please follow if you're watching on VidMe. Also, if you'd like to be a pal and help out the channel, feel free to contribute to our Patreon account. Any amount helps and guarantees that we can continue making these kinds of videos. Links in the description. As always, thank you guys for watching. And until next time, this is Roman Torchwick on behalf of Jamie Horn saying, Hasta luego.